Creative web design tips for beginners. If you are looking for some creative web design tips for beginners, then this is the place to be. This video will give you all the information about good and bad practices in website building. Here are some tips and tricks that you can use to create a good-looking website. Use a simple and clean design. Make sure your website is easy to navigate. Use a responsive design. Use contrasting colors to catch attention, but not too much, or it will hurt the eyes of your visitors. Use custom typography for headers and other text that you want to emphasize. Also, bolding or italicizing words can help make them stand out from the rest of the text on your page, as well as making them more readable on mobile devices, where there is typically less screen real estate available for reading than with desktop computers. Say no to stock photos. Say no to stock photos if you want to tell your story. Stock photos are overused and boring. They don't communicate your brand, they don't tell a story, and they don't convey the emotion of your product or service in the best way possible. If you're looking for inspiration on how to get started with this, check out our video, What is an Original Illustration? Keep it simple. Don't overdo it. While having too many colors, fonts, images, animations and buttons on a website is not always a bad thing, in fact sometimes it can be great, you should focus on keeping your design simple. Overloading your design with too many things will make it messy and confusing for users to read the content on your site. There are plenty of other things to consider when designing websites, but these are just some tips that I have learned from my experience creating websites for clients in past years. Avoid carousels. Carousels are also somewhat difficult to navigate. While some users may be able to skim through each slide, others will have difficulty finding what they want and will likely leave your site if they can't find it quickly. Additionally, carousels can be distracting and make your site look cluttered if there are too many elements on one page. If you choose this option for your website, consider keeping the number of slides low, between 2 and 5, to keep things simple for your visitors. Communicate clearly. Make sure your website is easy to read. Use short sentences and paragraphs. Make use of a font that is easy to read, such as Arial or Verdana. Use bold, italic and underline sparingly. They can be quite distracting when used with too many colors. Improve readability and navigation. Improve readability and navigation. Use a font size that is readable. Choose a font that is easy to read, such as Arial or Verdana. The recommendations for body text in the WCAG20 guidelines are 16px for larger screens, e.g., desktop computers, and 14px for smaller devices, e.g., mobile phones. Use white space to help the user navigate your page or section of your site. This will also improve readability by giving content room to breathe on the screen without being too close together. White space can be implemented in many ways. Using margins around elements, spacing between paragraphs, using an image instead of text when appropriate, etc. Custom typography. Customize your fonts to match your brand and make it easy to read. Choose a font that supports the message you want to convey and stick with it throughout the website. Be creative by creating a custom font that is unique to your brand and conveys the feeling you want visitors to have when they visit your site. Use contrasting colors to catch attention. Color is a powerful tool. You can use it to catch attention and make a statement, or you can use it to highlight important information. Just be sure that your colors work well together and don't go overboard on the brightness or darkness of your colors. When in doubt, stick with black text on white background for maximum readability. Go responsive on all devices. Responsive design is the future of web design. It's important to make your website mobile-friendly so that people can easily view it on a variety of devices and screens. You can use a responsive framework like Bootstrap or Foundation to create websites that adapt their layout based on the device viewing it. Make sure you test your site on different devices to make sure it works well across all platforms. So there you have it, our top tips for creating web design that's easy to read and navigate. We hope these tips will help you create a better experience for your visitors.